Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of that show that will not be named. I am going to attempt to give you my opinions on the Black Butler Book of Atlantic film, all the while attempting to power up my character on Fallout 4. I'm attempting to power up this character because I used a glitch inside the game to make numerous items of a certain item, and I'm basically using said adhesives and items and whatnot to constantly craft numerous bleed-out syringes. Therefore, I can just keep getting XP points, and all I have to do is walk around the house and press this button all day. It gets tiring on the hand once you go over to one, you do the other. Just like masturbation, every time you get tired, switch to the other one. It'll feel different, it's fun, and it's safe. Now, going right ahead to this review, I'm not sure if having that in the back it's going to be like flagged for, you know, copyright infringement or anything like that. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to try anyways. Put my glasses on for this one, my very filthy glasses. Pardon me for the reflection that I get, and pardon me for the stupid laugh from Idiot Savant Park that I have in the back there. But okay, what the fuck was I talking about again? Yes, Black Butler, the Black Butler movie, Book of Atlantic. When I saw, there were two things that sold me when I saw the trailer for it. Number one was Winter by Vivaldi. I love that song. I love that. Love Vivaldi. And the second thing that sold me was essentially what this movie would amount to is Frankenstein and the Walking Dead on the Titanic. That's essentially it. Frankenstein and the Walking Dead on the Titanic. And for those of you who don't know, this film is about part of the Black Butler series, and it takes place, I don't know when the hell it takes place. I am so confused with the damn Black Butler timeline right now. I mean, I don't really read the manga. I'll only read the manga to an anime if I'm like, love it. But I wasn't. I saw this. I went into it, and I'm like, I was very surprised of who the bad guy was in it, because I thought it was originally, you know, the Frankenstein-esque dude. Because there's a scientist. Basically, there's this thing called the Aurora Society, and they're all like, you know, we believe in the Phoenix, so they use the sign of the Phoenix, you know, because Phoenix stands for death, rebirth, Legend of the Phoenix. You get it, you know it. And this thing called the Aurora Society is trying to pretty much cheat death. So this doctor uses some machine or something, and it reanimates the dead, except it reanimates them as zombies for some cinematic record reaper reason I don't even remember. But essentially, Ciel and Sebastian go on the ship to try to figure out what is up. And that Duke comes back, the guy with the blonde hair who's constantly, whenever Ciel dresses like a girl, in case you're forgetting, I'm still clicking this. I told you, whole review, I'm leveling up. It's tedious, that's why I do this when I go about my daily routine. I walk around the house and I never lose connection. Anyways, Ciel and Sebastian go on the ship to try to figure out, you know, what's going on. What is this whole dead coming back to life thing all about? And essentially, you eventually find out, and for those of you who know, spoilers, essentially, the Undertaker built or gave this machine or whatever to the scientist from the Aurora Society. And the Reapers are on board because apparently the ship's going to hit a glacier and a lot of people are going to die. So, a lot of people do. Doctor eventually dies, and then it is revealed that the true mastermind behind the whole thing was the Undertaker. And that I was actually relatively surprised about, because I've been feeling he's always been playing, you know, like a second-hand role, you know, and I'm like, there's got to be something deeper to him. He's got to have more substance. So this movie definitely delivered it, and of course he takes off, you know, like his hat and everything, reveals a giant scythe, and him, Grell, and the other Reapers, they get into a little bit of really wicked fighting. I loved the fighting in this movie, and it revealed something very interesting about Elizabeth. She's also on the boat because apparently her family or members of her family or whatever, they're on the ship, they're royalty. I forget if they're part, I don't think they're part of the Aurora Society. but they're just on the ship because they're royalty or some shit. I don't know. And they're apparently a famous family because they're, you know, knights. I mean, most of this shit might have been explained in the manga, which I don't read. So when I saw this, you know, in the movie, it's like, oh, really? Oh, that's very interesting. But I honestly thought they were going to do something with the Titanic. But I figure maybe the years are off, so maybe they didn't. And another thing, I honest to God thought that they were going to make the Doctor a reference to Dr. Frankenstein. I mean, obviously, hey, dude returns dead to life, dead freaks out. I thought they were going to do a Frankenstein-esque reference. They ended up not doing it. Still pressing it. But what ended up happening was the dude died and the Undertaker escaped. No surprise there, because this apparently takes place. This takes place after the Noah's Ark circus. I know that for a fact. And the only thing that I'm wondering is they already did the ending to Black Butler, like season 2 or part 2, Black Butler 2, whatever you want to call it, is the ending. Ciel becomes a demon. They leave, fake his death, the whole shibata bang. But I'm like, how are they going to get rid of characters like Snake now? Because Snake joined on as like a regular member of the family. I also think it's kind of fucked up that Snake is living on as Ciel and Sebastian and the team pretty much killed all Sebastian's friends, everyone that was in the circus with him. They killed them all. And Snake is just like, oh shit, what happened to everybody? And they're just like, yeah, they split. What can we say? Hey, you want to join us? But Snake wasn't in season 2. So, what are they going to do with him? They're going to kill him off? I don't know. I really like him. I think he's so fucking funny with the talking with the snakes. That's like, there's the way we get to there, says Cynthia. I think that's so funny. That is such a cool idea of him talking to the snakes and him doing the voices of the snakes and then saying which one said it. I think that's fantastic. I'm very easily amused, if you couldn't tell by now. But overall, I think this was a very good movie. I unfortunately had to watch it in Japanese because I couldn't find it in English. Very angry there. I don't even know if it's in English yet. No, yes it is, because I saw the trailer in English. There was a chance I could have gone to a movie theater and saw it here. I live in Jersey near Asbury. There's like this little theater that shows anime movies. Friends went there once for the Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods. But you can't, I wasn't able to get there when the movie was out. So I had to do that horrible thing where I find it and watch it online. So after committing that felony, I found that I couldn't find it in English, so I had to watch it in Japanese. And I just wanted to see it so badly that I'm like, okay, I will put up with it. Same reason why, you know, the only anime that I've really seen all in Japanese was 91 Days, and that's just because the style and the story was just amazing. But I definitely 100% prefer English voice acting every time. I'm not Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. I'm not moving to Japanese. I've never lived in Japan. I have no interest. No interest. I don't watch fucking movies in Russian. I would say I don't watch movies in other languages, but that's a lie. Because I saw The Hunt with Mads Mikkelsen, whatever his name is, and that was a pretty good movie. The whole thing was in Lithuanian. Also saw Inglourious Basterds, which technically... Does that count? Does that count as an international movie? Because they speak not always English in that film? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Now then there's Master of the Flying Guillotine, which I watched in all Japanese. You know what? Fuck it. You know, my thing is I just don't like watching animes in Japanese. Because to me it's cartoon, and a cartoon, especially ones in English. Especially ones in English, for God's sake. Like, I can't watch Baccano in Japanese, and I can't watch Hellsing Ultimate in Japanese. Can't do it. Not at all. 100% can't do it. Moving on from the Black Butler film, which I'm not sure if I made a video on yet. I might have made a video in the past. I can't remember. I've been away from this for too long. I recently sat down for the, what do you call it? The, Fullmetal Alchemist live-action film on Netflix. And now I want to delete my Netflix. Because that film... This may be another video entirely, but I don't care. I just have to get this out there. I'm going to combine the two. I'm going to combine my Black Butler Book of Atlantic, and I'm going to combine it with my Fullmetal Alchemist review. And the only thing I have to say, the only group of things that I have to say for the Fullmetal Alchemist film is I didn't like it, mainly for the reason, and this may just personally be me, I don't like the fact that the actors were Japanese. Now, hold your pitchforks, hold on a second, relax. Let me explain. When I picture a mistress, and when I picture that Istanbul, Constantinople, wherever the fuck other countries are in it, I imagine it takes place in Europe, at the center of Europe, somewhere in the, the little area of Europe. So when I look at it, I imagine English people, I mean, for God's sakes, in the films, after the original TV series was over, they go to frickin' London and Germany, for Christ's sakes. So it's like, I figure it would be somewhat English. That's kind of like, it's like making Bacano with Americans and Italians, takes place in Manhattan and New York or whatever, and then casting an all-Japanese cast. It just doesn't make sense to me. I just didn't like that. Secondly, the child actors in the film. Didn't like them. And did anyone else feel that, like, the costumes in it were just that, costumes? The things people wore in the film didn't feel like things... The costumes worn in the film didn't feel like shit that people of that era would be wearing, or people in the story would be wearing. They looked like costumes. They looked like cosplay. Everyone's hair, fake as fuck. Everyone who was blonde that wasn't actually blonde, hair was fake as fuck. It looked shoddy. Not to mention the fucking CGI from, like... The CGI was just shit. Aside from this, the whole movie just seemed to be an excuse to take, like, the best parts of Brotherhood and just cram it into one movie. I just didn't like it. It was too... It's like making a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure movie, taking, like, the top 10 best scenes, and then just slamming it all into a film, not giving a shit where it ends up. Also, I noticed something that they did where they had this flashback in the film, where in the beginning of the film it shows, Edward and Al, and they're trying to bring their mother back, yada yada, and then it skips ahead. And then when it skips ahead, Edward has a nightmare about reliving, when they tried to bring the mother back, and it was this undead thing, and then he lost his leg, and then he had to give up his arm. But they filmed that scene with him as an adult. And I'm like, okay. He was a kid when that happened. And the only reason I'm supposing they did that was because either A, the child actor was shit, or B, which makes a smidgen more sense. Not more sense, but it's more probable. That the child actor, they didn't want the child actor pretty much roll around on the floor in a thing of blood. Also, there was a lot more, like, intense, like, shit going on. And I don't think the child actor would have had the child actor for Ed would have had the ability to force it, if that makes sense. So yeah, not a big fan of the Fullmetal Alchemist film. Once again, what the fuck is it with Netflix? Every time they put out a live fucking anime adaptation, it's shit. They're awful. I hate them all. I do not like a single one of them. And God help us if they decide to make a One Piece one. That reminds me, when is One Piece going to come to Netflix? And then they'll pull it off after a week, pissing everyone off, but then it's like, oh wait guys, we're bringing back a movie from the 80s, don't worry, you'll have something to watch 100 times. After all the good shit's gone. I'm frustrated with Netflix. Fucking Netflix got rid of fucking, Supernatural? Where's the 13th season of Supernatural? Dude, I'm waiting. They got rid of Family Guy. Basically begging. So frustrated with Netflix right now. Yeah, so I guess that's going to do it for about... Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. It's basically a rant. You know, these aren't real... I don't know if these are blogs or vlogs, whatever the hell they are. These are my personal opinions on anime and movies and shit. And I just, like, I just feel so blessed that I have you to share them with. On another note, let's see how we're getting far. I've been pressing this thing for the full 15, almost 16 minutes that this video's been going on. Hopefully this whole video goes up on YouTube. However, I really wish I don't want to break it into a two-parter. I hate doing that shit. But if Digibro can put, like, 30-minute videos out, I suppose my account will let me. I don't have an advanced account or anything. I don't have YouTube Plus, YouTube Chrome, whatever new update, YouTube Red, whatever the hell fucking advertisement shit they're pushing this week. But we're just gonna turn around for a sec, see how far I got pressing this for as long as I have. We're gonna go back. And I realize this might be kind of blurry. Sorry about that. Yeah, whatever you say, Hancock. Quick save real quick. For the off chance that the power goes out. What this? Can you believe this shit? And the whole time, in the 16 minutes that I've been pressing on this button, I only leveled up by 3. That's a terrible shame. Lady Killer, yep. Cosmetic. And that's how far we got. Oh well. And now going on 17 minutes here, I would like to thank you all for joining me once again, and I will probably name this video. Probably name it Fullmetal Alchemist Live Action and Book of Atlantic Combo Review. No, I don't do reviews on this channel. I just talk and spoil shit. Joint commentary. No, sounds too official. I'll think of something. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time. I forgot my closing line. See y'all next time. Bye.